God, my hair is so warm. It's the problem with having long hair is that it like insulates you like crazy. Hey everyone. So I know that I'm a little late with my video, but part of that's because I got rehired at my job to work for a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like 40 hours this month or something, but that's something. Well, we're gonna go on with this episode, so that's really all I gotta say. Ready, go. It's a young jury. The theme is miracles. Also, jury being blind. That's a theme. This scene only exists to show what a badass jury is. She's my favorite character for a reason. Oh, no one can beat you, Jury. I like that Mickey hangs out with Jury. And what does she have to show for it? Lockets. The locket's important. Like everything else, you know, but, you know, the locket holds significance. 先週の地域研究会では君たち生徒会が仕切ってくれて助かったよ。他の先生方もみんな感心しておられる。The school leans super heavily on the student council and jury. It's fine traditions, which is, you know, double meaning. Could be talking about the roast duels. And then the vice principal just asks her out for lunch. By contrast, Utena on the other side is definitely the person who always gets into trouble. Even when it isn't necessarily her fault, i.e. Choo-Choo. I do feel bad for Utena. Like, really none of this is her fault. Oh. And then Jury noticed. Of course she would. I like that Jury doesn't even turn around to acknowledge Utena's talking to her. Now Jury's annoyed. You agreed to discuss these matters with her at lunch today. What? Cut the music. She's telling him to go get lunch with the guidance counselor instead of her. Not asking, not referring, telling him to. He clearly doesn't care. He's like, I don't have time for this, but I'm gonna listen to her anyways because Jury's scary. But hey, at least it frees up Utena to talk. She's so boss. Choo-Choo's kind of afraid of her, or he just doesn't like her, but I think he's afraid of her. Again, theme of miracles. Oh yeah, Jury's the fencing captain. So cool. People who know your real face. Sounds like a wild animal. Funny enough, in the manga, they refer to Jury as like a wild animal, but they always use the symbol of a large cat predator, like a leopard. I think it's really fitting. Is it a leopard or a cheetah? Whatever, large cat. Speaking of, what color is that rose that Anshi has? It's like she might know something. Gain the power of miracles to revolutionize the world. Magic power. Utena doesn't care. She doesn't take it seriously, but pay attention to what she's saying. I can pass finals without even having to study for a test. That'll show up later. Dueling over Himemia? No. Dueling over someone in her memory? Yes. Because it's stupid to try and possess that person. The memory. She's real obsessed with miracles. That's just her thing. Miki has a shiny thing, Juri has miracles. But they seem to be in agreement because neither really likes the Bros Bride duels. Miki understands you. Then again, Miki did already duel her, so she just leaves. Oh, warning, violence. Juri's an angry, angry person. Don't talk to her about miracles.
What about egg, shell, breaks, world, smash, stuff. Whatever that means. Received a letter from the ends of the world. The duel must take place this week. Okay, let's pause really quick. For those of you who can't read kanji, this is a map of the duels thus far. It's written by Miki. You can tell that because it says, "Now it's my turn," right next to Kaoru Miki's name. And he's down there. Or down there. Anyway, I will post the translation of this map for you so you can take a look at it. It's each of the crown represents whoever wins. Battle is obviously battle, and so far it's like Utena at the top, she's winning. Whoever has to duels her next. Note that Toga mentions that there is an order to things, so that he thinks Juri and him are next in line to these duels. And it's obvious that the ends of the world is giving them directions, being like, you must fight next week. Remember how it used to be one of those like, oh, we can follow these orders or not, and now it's like, you have to. Things are getting a little more tense. Anyway, at the very top is Tenjo Utena. The thing to remember about Tenjo is that it means heaven, earth, the first character representing heaven, the second character representing earth. That'll come up in a second. Oh, Miki. Knife throwing is dangerous, kids. Okay, note that it's Toga who threw a knife and it landed directly between heaven and earth, splitting the two successfully, also hitting Utena's name, and that's the first and foremost. Yikes. It's definitely multi-layered in a lot of different ways, and it's some serious foreshadowing in a lot of ways. It's like foreshadowing like 6 different things, and I would tell you them all, but that would kind of be a spoiler, so we'll wait on that, but I'll reference it sometime later. I promise. Anyway. Juri doesn't have motive to fight. She doesn't. Toga thinks otherwise. No, he hits the crown. He's aiming for the crown. There it is. Remember that thing Utena said earlier when she was like, oh, well, you know, I won't have to study for my finals if I have this because I'll be able to pass all the tests without studying. Yay, that's the power of miracles. So in this moment, Juri's saying, but I'll need to study for the finals on my own without it. She doesn't intend to fight, nor does she intend to win. She and Miki kind of are on the same page a lot, which is why they're friends. Miki doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. You really want to disprove miracles, and she doesn't say anything. Make your hidden feelings power that revolutionize the world. You've given up on your love. So, Toga's going over several points. Because knives, points. Anyway, he's talking about hidden feelings and, but you still haven't given up on this love. And, but you have these hidden feelings and you want to disprove miracles, or you want the power to do so. Referencing miracles and feelings for someone is important, Okay. Juri is in love with someone. Okay, we saw a couple of things. So note how he very precisely is going around all of Miki, like outlining the situation. He's outlining Miki. So he's very much skirting the issue in that whatever he's talking about is really poignant. It's to the point, but it's not actually directly there. So he's just kind of talking around something. Blah. And then the blindfold is a symbol, being blinded by your feelings, blah, 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 blah. But also, like, the symbolism for blind love and trust and how lethal that can be. Must be hard when you can't tell them your feelings. Why can't you tell them your feelings? Wonder. Juri's not gonna answer that. Toga's just gonna be a weirdo. Cut to Shiore. Juri was in love once. Still is in love. Juri's so cute with her long hair. A prince appears? She is good. Oh look, an orange rose. Believe in miracles. They will know your feelings. This love could never go anywhere. Note where they're looking. All means about intention. Power of 3 again. 3. Remember the school picture. Comes up again later. Oh, Shiori, you're so rude. I wanted to take him from you, even if it meant hurting you. Yeah. Basically, she's saying, I know this will hurt you, but I want to do it anyways because it benefits me. So she tells this guy that, oh, Juri doesn't like you because she's in love with someone else. Or she not. Red strings of fate or whatever, love. More themes of Juri being blinded by love. You're gonna hate me for what I've done. Jeez. So that was Shiori talking. We haven't been given her name yet, but whatever. So clearly that was what Shiori wrote Juri in a letter, and Juri is now composing a letter back in her head. Talking about feelings. I see your faces shining with happiness. She's envious, and then she just knocks it off because she's mad. She's so mad. And still blind to the situation. Blinded by love. I catch. That noise, though. Oh my god. Okay, so a person helping an animal, and then a lone woman. The statues represent people. Utena is the one helping the animal. And then there's the statue of the lone woman again, and then there's a statue of someone holding a blade and Juri. Are they young and innocent? Or is she holding a blade? Spoiler alert, Juri is a model. And she does look cool and everything. But I like her hair down best. Letting herself go, relax a little, not being so held up tight. Her hair's a metaphor. Ooh, that piqued her interest.
君の強さ、気高さをどうか失わないでほしい。そして二人が出会った思い出にこれを。それが君を僕のところに導くだろうって。
This ring will lead you to me.
その時の王子様の姿、かっこよかったんですよね。だから僕はその人に会いたくて、少しでもその人に近づきたくて、きっとこんな格好をしてるんです。すみません。なんか変な話しちゃって。でも生徒会の言うバレの花嫁とか奇跡の力とかは信じられないけど。
And then we cut to a cat statue, a large cat statue. No coincidence that it's roaring when she's talking about miracles. Oh, ooh la la. Senpai. Notice me. Okay, but angry jury. Angry lion, angry jury. Because guys will trick you into things. Okay, I gotta pause really quick because this is gonna be something that's sort of kind of brought up later. It's important. Jury is pointing out the fact that, like, the prince has tricked you. This isn't what this is about. The only thing good that he ever gave you was your nobility, and that is something that will be brought up later. Just keep that in mind. Also, she's just sort of angry because she doesn't like the idea of miracles or, you know, whatever. I should also note that the lion, right, symbolizes power, strength, and protection. It's believed to ward off evil spirits. You'll tend to find them in temples and things like that because of that. So they represent her, you know, as power, strength, etc., but also as something that wards off evil and protects. It's very true to her nature. I mean, the rose seal's great. Ouch. Ooh. Ouchies for everyone. She's protecting her memory. The only link she has to him. She just wants to see a miracle. Okay, so, you know, it shows Utena protecting her precious memory related to her ring, and then it flips over and shines on Juri's locket, which also is a precious memory that she's trying to protect. She wants to see miracles because she wants to believe in miracles, but she doesn't. At least not right now. So she also kind of points out that Utena's kind of being contradictory in that she's like, oh, I don't believe in the power of the Rose Bride, but I believe in destiny because this ring will lead me to the prince and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I think it's very insightful. She wants Utena to maybe prove her wrong. More animal symbolism. Rabbits dance all around. And then she looks out at the dueling arena. Okay, this has got a little bit more layers, this whole episode does. Remember from earlier when I said that rabbits are symbolic of being cleverness and self-devotion? Kind of important, but they also represent, you know, rabbits being lucky. Well, they represent luck specifically in regards to advancement. So we have two rabbits dancing around each other, right? Symbolizing advancement, and then she looks over at the dueling arena. This is clearly just kind of a metaphor for Juri and Utena sort of dancing around each other and, you know, getting ready to advance in a duel, and the duels advance something else. So, damn it, I keep hitting that thing. I swear it's some shadow play girl shit. Speaking of which. Okay, that one kind of comes across as pretty apparent, and its first meaning is saying you don't want something when you couldn't have it anyways, regardless of the fact that you actually did want that. You know, with one girl being like, well, I didn't want to go to the zoo anyway. But there's another layer to that. The layer being, they talk about different animals, and these are all really specific. You go from the really random, which don't belong in a zoo, a dove, okay, to, you know, the more exotic, like giraffe, okay. Well, each of these animals clearly have a meaning. So the dove in Japanese culture represents peace and longevity, but it is also the familiar of hachimen, who is all about archery and war. So the dove has this parallel meaning of war and peace. Specifically, when doves are represented with swords, they're about war. Okay, getting it? So the next one is wolves, which are considered a divine messenger of untamed nature. So an untamed divine messenger, a wild messenger. You've got deer, which are all about, they're sacred messengers. They deliver messages as well. So another messenger with a sacred message. Cool. You've got the ostriches, who lay giant eggs, like you may say world eggs, ones that you have to break the shell to. Just saying. And then you've got the giraffe. The giraffe is interesting in that it's kind of more of an Eastern culture thing than a Japanese thing, but back in the Ming Dynasty, when giraffes were first brought to China, specifically, they were considered to be, well, they were called the unicorn. So, which I think is funny. They're kind of a chimera creature. So they're referred to as the gilin versus, you know, the Japanese version, which is the kirin. Kirin. Anyway, so the giraffe has become really associated with the unicorn, and they're also said to appear, the giraffes are unicorns, when there is an imminent passing of a sage ruler or an illustrious ruler. So let's put that together. It basically says peace, war, with a divine messenger, with a sacred message to something the world's egg, and the passing or arrival of an illustrious or sage power. You have a fight because it's divine to be so. Like, you have to have this fight. It's a duel. It's gonna happen, with a sacred message that you gotta break the world's shell, and that it's time to pass on to a new ruler or whoever's gonna win the new battle. It's a metaphor for the rose duels. So they're really clever there. Then they have, why couldn't it be something cool? Like, they don't even have a panda bear. Okay, so the panda bear is also symbolic, obviously. They wouldn't mention it otherwise. But the symbolism of the panda bear is about finding balance in your path of life. So finding balance in your life, specifically in regards to kind of emotions. So this is about, you know, emotions and trying to find a balance with those emotions. So it's all about Juri and Utena. So that's what I mean. Right. So we're gonna skip ahead because staircase walking blah. Cut to fight. Oh, last night.
奇跡の力なんかなくてもあなたには負けません。気高き城のバラよ。
Juri really wants to see a miracle.
私に眠るディオスの
Be
力
careful what you ask for.
主に答えて今こそ示せ。世界を革命する力を。
Our power to revolutionize the world. Woo! Okay, bells meaning fight. Fight. And fight. Eventually, please. Utena respectfully bows, and then they start their duel. Honestly, there is no way Utena should win. Juri is like the best of the best. See how she's playing around with her? Utena's incredibly unskilled, really vibrant and full of life, but Juri's just toying with her. Because she's a big cat with a mouse. Big cat metaphor again? Just saying. Juri's such a boss. Also, this is a really brutal fight, IMO. Thinking about the three people again. She says, poor girl, when she flips to her younger self. Maybe she sees Utena as... sees her younger self in Utena. Hey, DS.
でもあなたから彼を奪ってしまったこと、
Oh, Shiore.
私は後悔していません。こんな私を
No regrets.
あなたはきっと憎んでいますよね。
奇跡を信じてってのが君の口癖だったね。
So is it that she doesn't like miracles, or is that she has a problem with Shiore? Because there are no such thing as miracles. Maybe since Shiore believes in miracles and Juri doesn't, might mean something. It's a brutal fight, right? But once again, the only reason Utena wins is pure luck. Had nothing to do with skill, because she wouldn't have been able to win otherwise. Same thing like with Miki. She shouldn't have been able to win. Utena shouldn't have been able to win. Miki shouldn't have been able to win Juri. It's just an accident. Sure. No miracles. Miracles aren't real. Every one of Juri's fights are super fun, and I love them. So the next time we see one, it's like... miracles. Yeah, mind your own business, Anshi. Jeez. She's a little bit butthurt.
それで君は奇跡を認めたのかな。
さあな。ただもし彼女が本当に世界を革命する力があるというなら、私がこの手で奪ってやる。
Once again.
秘めた思いが届くようにか。
She wants the power to revolutionize the world, but she really just wants miracles, because miracles will also grant her the courage to tell the person that she loves that she loves them. And if you haven't figured it out by now, the person that she loves is Shiore, the person she keeps in her locket, which we see again later. Should I let this play out so you guys can see the end? I don't know if you're watching this with me or if you're watching it on your own, but I like this ending. Okay, actually, I'll just stop. Sorry. Anyway, so that's that. That's the Juri fight. Love Juri. She's a boss. Totally just a badass. And yeah, lots of symbolism, and kind of like with Miki's episode, same thing. Lots of different meanings for different things, and even things that seem totally silly have a point. So anyway, yeah, that's it for now. Again, sorry I was late, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!